City of Sierra Clips. City.
Nobody does it better. Nobody. What's the motherfucking deal? DJ Screw on this motherfucker, know what I'm saying? Nigga just started this slowed up shit, know what I'm saying?
The Meadows. After Screw's dad and his girlfriend had broken up, he and Screw moved to just south of FUQUA near Monroe Boulevard. On a map, the neighborhood is technically called Skyscraper Shadows, but everybody in Screw's orbit called it Gulf Meadows because of the north-south street running parallel to Telephone Road. Screw went to South Houston for the 8th grade, and they lived in a one-story brick house of their own on Gulfwood Lane, where he had plenty of space to set up his gear. Larry B. We kept in contact with Screw. Really, the first year he was in Houston, he was just doing his thing. His daddy was pushing him to go to finish school, to get a job, be responsible, but nothing overpowered his mind but that music. His daddy used to tell him, "Boy, that music is not gonna ever get you nothing. You should leave that music alone, that old stuff y'all listening to." He would talk bad to him too. Screw would have his face down, but he wouldn't let it discourage him. Shorty Mac, like, you hang around other people, but they not the same people like Larry and Screw was. I don't think I even got close to nobody else like that. Like, we cool, but me, Larry and Screw, we've never had an argument. We never had a fight with each other. We never bumped heads, and that's what I be telling my son. I said, I don't know about y'all, but for me, if you get into it with somebody, then that's not your best friend to me. Because your best friend, y'all might get into a whole bunch of trouble together, but they gonna be there with you, and y'all both gonna get in that trouble. Or y'all both not gonna get in trouble. One of y'all gonna talk your body out of it. Like, nah, let's not do that. Like, that's how it was. Like, if we was gonna get in trouble, all three of us would be walking around, and we might just go next door, knocking on people's door and taking off running. And back then, everybody had 10 roofs. So if we didn't want to do that, everybody pick up rocks, and we hit your 10 roof and take out running. Like, either we all was doing it, or we all wasn't. But that's why I say Screw should have ran track. He didn't run in Smithville, and that's probably one of the things he was better at. Screw could beat me running by at least 15 yards. Big Bub, I know he ran track at the middle school he went to out there. I think it was just called South Houston. He ran track. Yeah, Screw used to run track. Screw faster than a motherfucker. Old D, friend from high school. I said, you want to race? He said, Al, you can't fuck with me. And me myself, I was point guard in basketball, real athletic, running every day and shit like that, so I said, I'ma smoke this little dude, man. Say, man, Screw smoked me, man. I could not fucking believe that little short motherfucker. When I tell you he smoked me, this little motherfucker Jesse Owened my motherfucking ass. He was gone. By 1988, Screw was spending more time spinning records than he was running track, and that was when he started meeting folks who lived in Quail Meadows, a 2-story apartment complex a couple of miles up Telephone Road. The surrounding area was a middle-class neighborhood of 1-story houses built in the 50s and 60s, flanked by open prairie land and air traffic, with Quail Meadows off to the side. But the complex was very much the center of its own universe, with hundreds of units stretching 3 full city blocks, and the residents of that complex were some of the first people in Houston Screw connected with over music. One of them was a guy named Toe, who would later be the first person to buy a tape from Screw. Toe, neighbor Quail Meadows. I went to Screw House in Gulf Meadows before my homeboy Johnny Durio lived across the street from him, and we went in there and went and looked at his DJ equipment and stuff like that, and you know, he had a little Mickey Mouse turntable with one of the old school turntables, something like that. So that was like his setup at the time. That was my first time meeting him. Bernard Barnes, neighbor Quail Meadows. He was perfecting his craft, really. I used to DJ myself, and then a buddy of mine, you know, he turned me on to him. He was a DJ also, So he said, man, we need to go check this guy out. So we went over off of Coastway, and his equipment was like, how could you do this on this type of equipment? It wasn't professional. It was like real just a turntable. He had like nickels and change all over the arms, keep it from jumping. You know, he was just smart. He had all kind of old amps and one big 18-inch woofer in there. It was a little crazy. You'd see all the guts of the equipment and everything, but he was ahead of his time. You'd watch him just like, wow, this dude is amazing. So after I got to dealing with him and, you know, he teach me this and that, I'm like, man, look, you can have some of my stuff. Because my stuff was a little better. It wasn't professional or nothing, but I was like, you can have my stuff, my records, and I'll just come over here when I want to do a little something.